Welcome back to County Board Wrap Up, the show where we take a look at some of the key decisions the Arlington County Board takes at its monthly meeting. Joining me today to give some insight into the board's actions are Board Chair Libby Garvey and Board Member Matt DeFerranti. Libby and Matt, the board approved a plan to expand the Arlington Career Center at its June meeting. Now, what can you tell us about the future of the Career Center and then also of the Columbia Pike Branch Library that's on the same site?
Yeah, well, the Career Center and the library is a real area where the schools and the county are cooperating quite a bit. And schools had quite a large plan for that area, and a lot of discussion happened about it. And then when it all came down to looking at what it was going to cost and COVID hit, they realized they had to kind of put that on pause, but they do still need more seats. So we've been talking with them for some time about the library there and repurposing one floor of it so they can get about 150 more seats for students in that area. Unfortunately, to do that, we've got to close the whole library for a little while that construction happens, about 3 months, if I'm remembering correctly. And there's a lot of concern in the area that the library is going to be closed because that is a very well-used, well-loved library, and people depend on it sometimes for their, having computers and internet. Of course, right now it's closed anyway. Unfortunately, we had a little discussion with the schools folks at our meeting. They're closed now. Couldn't you be doing it now? But apparently, actually, we're part of the issue because in order to redo it, we got to get the books and what we've got in the library out of the library. And then, of course, we'll have to put them back in. So it looks like it's going to be closed for about 3 months. I think they were going to start in August, Matt, if I recollect correctly. And then they're going to consolidate we will consolidate the library on the ground floor and keep providing those services. And on the second floor will be school space. So it's an area of cooperation that's been affected quite a bit by COVID and the economy.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Matt.
Sure. I'm glad you touched both on the cooperation we're seeking to do, and we are very mindful of how important that library is to the community. But we are in a period where the libraries are closed, and so we'll hope that work can get done as soon as possible, and we can also meet the expanded student capacity needs that we know we have as a community and that we have to address.
There are some libraries nearby, and I think we're looking at maybe doing a bookmobile or something that can help. But of course, that's not the space with the computers and things. So we'll continue actually to see if there's some different ways we can support it and see what's happening with libraries in general by the time we get there.
Now, I do know the school board's considering some alternatives to this particular expansion. How sure are we that this is the plan that's going to go through?
The library, I think we're pretty darn sure of because they've got the students. They have to put them somewhere. Mm-hmm. And of course, how they're going to do that with social distancing is another whole issue, but that would call out for more space rather than less. So I'm pretty sure they're going to do that. They're looking right now, I think, at doing what we call relocatables. Some people call them trailers, mm-hmm. More of those still on the parking lot while they try to accommodate the students and figure out what to do next.